What's happening? How's it going? My name's Trevor Jacob. Thanks for tuning in. This is my channel. I share fun experiences, different adventures, and things I've learned in my life with you. Today I'm going to be talking about getting my tattoos removed. I've been in the process of getting all of my tattoos removed for over 4 years now.
Oh, it hurts. I figure that this will kind of speed up the process. Between this and the laser, we'll probably be looking pretty good.
Yeah, I poured liquid acid on my arm, slowly getting rid of the tattoos. It's funny, I got staph infection getting this sleeve actually, and I got a bit of an infection now, getting rid of them.
Oh, I wanted to get underneath as well. Okay, I'll get some stuff in there. I see. Oh my gosh, look at that.
I'm trying to show the swelling of the skin is really something else.
Which is crazy to talk about, crazy to think about. But all in all, I've learned a lot and I want to share that information with you. I get a lot of people reaching out to me asking tips, ideas, what does it feel like? What does tattoo removal entail? Does it hurt? All these different questions. And that's what I'm going to list and detail out for you in this video. So first and foremost, unfortunately, yes, it does hurt. The most common question I get is how much more does it hurt than getting an actual tattoo? And I would go ahead and say it depends on where you are getting the tattoo removed, but all in all, I would say close to 5 to 10 times more, which is hard to hear, but at the same time, you gotta think about when you're getting a tattoo, there's a needle going into your arm or wherever you're getting the tattoo, and it's just kind of this annoying, long, pain that's just going on. It's just kind of annoying. It's just there. This is much different. It's a laser that's actually, hitting and breaking up the ink inside your skin. So it's fast, but it hurts a lot more. So the things that I'm kind of gonna detail, one is the pain. It's fine. I've done it for a long time now and I'm here, I'm fine. But at the moment, at the time, it sucks. But does it work? And the answer is yes, but it's not going to work after one time. You have to have persistence. You have to keep coming back. For me, 4 years ago, I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna want these tattoos for the rest of my life. So I went ahead and made the decision, I'm going to start now. So hopefully 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I'll thank myself that they're all gone. And luckily, I had made that decision. I'm happy with that decision. I did tell myself that if they didn't go away all the way, then I would just get something over it. But at this point, I'm so confident that they will completely go away that I'm not gonna get any more. One of the most common things that the tattoo expert removal people, I will call them, that I go to say is that somebody will get impatient. They'll come to them 3 or 4 times. They will get the tattoos removed over, let's say, a 6-month to a year period. They'll say, oh, it's not working, it's not going away. Then they'll get new tattoos to cover those old ones up, and then they'll come back again to get the new tattoos that were cover-ups removed again. So he said, they say there's a lot of people running in circles that are just, really making it very hard for themselves because they're in this perpetual cycle of getting tattoos, getting removed, and for me, luckily, I heard him say that at the beginning and how common it is. I said, okay, I'm not gonna do that. So even though I thought about it, even though it was so tempting, right around, I would say like the 10th session, I was like, you know what, this isn't working. It's not working, probably around the 2-year mark. It's not working. But all in all, it works. The one thing that I do want to say that a lot of people don't believe in, but I certainly do, and a lot of other people that get their tattoos removed certainly do, is how important aftercare is, but not the aftercare that you would think about or that maybe the doctor will tell you about or the person doing the removal will tell you about, because ultimately, if you think about it, their business is to have you come back as many times as possible so they're making a bunch more money. What I did is I took things into my own hands. I'm not expecting everybody to do this. I understand that I am a little bit more out there than the average person, but I'm not saying, I'm definitely not recommending you do this. The one thing that worked more than anything, and I know I sound crazy, is right when I first started getting my tattoos removed. I had some horrible tattoos on my feet. horrible. I did them myself. I had other people do them. That's just like, you know, just literally like child's play on skin. And one day I was, you know, actually just sitting in the passenger seat of my brother's car with my feet up on the dash, and I was looking at my foot and I'm like, that looks so bad. And as we were parked there, I'll never forget, I walked outside, I grabbed a rock on the ground, and I just started friction burning my foot. And I did that for like 5 minutes as hard as I could until my foot and where the tattoo was just started bleeding everywhere, and it hurt really, really bad. Long story short, it got really infected. It was really bad. My friend that's a paramedic was like, dude, you're gonna lose your foot. Luckily I did not. But long story short, let's say I got 3rd-degree burns or whatever on my foot, and then maybe 6 months later, it all healed up finally, and the skin went back to normal color, and the tattoo's gone. So like I said, I'm not telling you to do that, but if you're in a really big pinch to get it removed, I'm gonna try to show you. I just cut my foot the other day, so don't mind the bandage. But all of that now, I don't know if you can really see it, I had dark black ink on my whole entire foot. Now, at the same time when I did the rock, I still got my foot laser removal every single time, probably at least 15 times over a 4-year period. It's all gone. You literally cannot see one tattoo on my foot. The most important, or the first tattoo I started getting removed was on my back.
Keep going.
I had the great decision when I was 18 to get my last name across my back. It was dark, dark ink. I'll show you a picture. And this is what it looks like now. So it was just large letters across the back there. And that so far has taken over 20 sessions, I would say. Maybe even close to 30. There's a lot of people out there telling me that I'm not using the latest and greatest technology that's out there. I just go to the same guy. His name is Christopher Ho. He's in Torrance and downtown Los Angeles. He gives great deals. It's, you know, like really great deals. Sometimes people will go to a place and it's, you know, like $300 per square inch. I got quoted. And, you know, he'll do like, depending on how much, I'm not gonna quote him for you, but you know, mine's like 150 bucks a session, and he does pretty much everything. The next thing that I've been working on is my sleeve. I've had a whole entire sleeve that, you know, took a long time to get. And this is, I would say, probably 1.5 years, almost 2 years in to full sleeve removal. You can see that in the back there, it's really on the elbow, it's pretty much gone. And then there's a lot more that, you know, still needs to go, but it's basically faded from what it was. It was so dark. And, you know, at the same time, with all of this being said, I forgot to mention that if you go into a sauna, so if you, okay, I got tattoo removal and I would lay in the sun afterwards, and I knew that somebody told me that wasn't good, but I was like, you know what, it just feels good. It feels like it's breaking it up more. But then I would heat up, I would go into my friend's sauna, and I would grab like this like loofah scrubber. I know you can get those anywhere online, like the really rough one, almost like sandpaper. And I would just scrub my skin in the sauna. I'd wait for my skin to get real, like, you know, warm and soggy. And then I would just scrub it. And it was this yellow, it's colored yellow. And after, I was so amazed. I started doing this after every single tattoo removal session. Not the same day. Do not do it the same day. That is not good. You probably want to wait like 1 week to 2 weeks until it starts to heal, and then the skin that's on top starts to peel off basically. But what I would do is I would rub it with this yellow thing, and I would do it so much I would look at the yellow loofah thing and it is literally black, and I would look and there's black skin follicles basically, or whatever, on this thing, and I'm like, wow, literally the ink is coming out this way. You know, the machine, the laser machine, makes it go in and then it breaks it up, but this is actually making it come out on this side too. So double whammy there. And you know, I think that it's really important to take this kind of stuff into your own hands in a lot of ways, and I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm not giving you any type of advice, but for me, I took it into my own hands. I'm not proud of it, but I did take sandpaper to it a couple times. I'd really like just get it rough. You can see I took liquid acid. It's like hydrochloride or something like that. And I permanently damaged the skin right there. I just tested it there around here. You can kind of see it. And then I decided not to do that again because it wasn't working. But I was so adamant at a certain point to get rid of them that I was basically psychotic, doing anything I could. I just couldn't stop thinking about it all day long. It was torturous. And if you're in that position, I'm sorry, I know how that feels. It's the worst thing ever. There's nothing worse. If you're just looking at, it's like a weird OCD thing where you can't stop thinking about how much you hate your tattoos, and it's really, really hard. And what I can say that helped me right away is I started wearing long sleeves right away, out of sight, out of mind. Don't look at it in the mirror, don't focus on it, don't think about it. And you can think about it, but just don't focus on it. That's the most important thing, and that'll really give you a lot of clarity. Now that I see that these tattoos are gone and it's working, I could care less. I don't even think about it anymore. I try to go to the tattoo removal as much as I can, but this is, kind of the last of it, and I stop focusing on it. And I'm like, oh yeah, it'll go away when it goes away. I'm not really that worried about it because I can see that it's working. And over time, it'll just kind of eventually go away. So that's really good. I can say mental clarity is so important with this. Don't focus on it, don't think about it. And I know that's easier to say than do, because if somebody told me that when I was in the midst of it, I'd just be like, yeah, okay. It's literally mental torture, and I don't know why. And they say if you're not focusing on something, then you'll kind of just start to focus on whatever your surroundings are. And for me, at that time, maybe 2 years ago, I didn't have much going on. And all of a sudden I was just like, oh, get rid of the tattoos, get rid of the tattoos, get rid of the tattoos. And then of course that's what you're thinking about. So I just wanted to share that information with you guys. If you stay persistent and you stay really, you just keep going, it will go away as long as it's black ink. I know that the colors, red, yellow, blue, those kinds of things, I know that they're much harder to get out. And then you actually might really have to take things into your own hands if you're really adamant. I know a story of a Navy SEAL, I won't mention any names, that took a grinder to his tattoo, and it's just a big scar now, but it is gone. There's all different types of ways. I mean, back in the day, there's like different people that would force burn tattoos off of other people if they did something wrong. And, I just wanted to share all of this information with you. I'm trying to think what else I should throw in there. If you have any questions or comments, just leave it below and I'll be happy to answer them as best as I can. Just good luck. Just stay with it. If I could say anything, just stick with it if you decide to do it. And the sooner you get started, the better, because then you'll give yourself more time to actually follow through with the process. But once you start, do not stop. You got to just keep going. Make monthly appointments. Maybe, sometimes they say don't go more than once a month. One time I was going every 2 weeks, and they were saying this isn't doing anything. It needs time to heal, but I think it was doing more than ever because it hurt the most and it was really getting a lot out. So anyways, love you all. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.